Alicia and I'm here with the storybook The Giant That Sneezed Part 2. I also made a Part 1. So let's go through what we did in Part 1. So we saw that there was a giant. He was very scared of everything and he lived on turnip soup. He did not like turnips and he sneezed all the time. He walked and until he found some beans. While eating the beans, he fell through a hole. And when he fell through a hole, he wasn't underground, but he was up in the air. And he got scared and fell down. He landed in a vegetable garden next to a farmhouse, and he knocked on the door to ask for water. And the woman gave him water and warned him about her son Jack. He thinks that he's a giant slayer. And while he drank the water, Jack came. The giant hid behind the oak tree and pinched his nose tight that he could not sneeze. Jack had supper and then went to his rocking chair and slept. And the mother was talking to the giant from the window that you may leave now. Jack is asleep. Come back and I'll cook you some baked beans. So that was all for Part 1. If you want it in a whole descriptive form, then you can find it in the link in the description down below. So let's start with Part 2. Just then, Jack woke up. "Who are you talking to, Mother?" he asked. "Only the dog, son," she replied. "Go back to sleep." As Jack dozed off again, the giant tiptoed towards the beanstalk. But just as he reached it, Jack woke up with a start. "We haven't got a dog!" he cried. Then he saw the giant. "Wow!" he shouted, grabbing his axe. "What a whopper! Frightened my mother, would you? I'm going to chop you up into little pieces." Jack really was a brave, if foolish boy. "Mercy!" cried the giant. "Please spare me. I was hungry and thirsty, and your kind mother gave me a bucket of water, and I'm sorry. Please let me go. I'll never come back. I promise." "Let you go? Let you go? Impossible!" shouted Jack. "Grandpa Jack wouldn't have let you go. My dad wouldn't have let you go. And I won't let you go. My family has killed hundreds of giants. And good riddance to all of them. Now it's my turn." "Don't be silly, Jack," said his mother. "You've never seen a giant before, and neither did your father, except one." "Mother, you're too soft-hearted," said Jack. "Giants have to be got rid of. They are not like us. They are big and fierce, and they trample on crops and knock down houses and steal and tell lies and eat children." "Eat children?" gasped the giant. "My folks wouldn't eat children. I wouldn't hurt a fly. I live on turnip soup." "Then what are you doing here?" "We don't have any turnips." "I ran out of turnips and was looking for something else to eat," explained the giant. "Then I found the bean plant." "Aha! So you've been stealing our beans," said Jack. "That settles it." I didn't know they were your beans. I won't do it again. For the sake of my mother, the farm, the bean plant, and for your own good, I have to kill you. It's my duty. I had no choice." Jack advanced on the giant with the axe held high. "Keep away from me, what that thing is," stopped the giant. "It might go off." His words ended with a wet sneeze which blew the axe out of Jack's hand. "Sorry," said the giant, picking up the axe. He wiped it on his sleeve before handing it back. "It's all right. It isn't damaged." "Good," said Jack, "because now you're really for it. Stop blubbering and blow your nose." He raised the axe once more. Then the giant blew his nose. The nose was deafening. Jack dropped the axe. "Sorry," apologized the giant. "Do you ever have days when nothing goes right?" So guys, guys, that was all for part 2. And we should wait for part 3. And let's find out what happened in part 3. For finding out, like, share and subscribe my channel. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.